welcome back to Focus Atlanta. We are going to close out the show helping you save a few bucks at the grocery store. I'm here with Chef Jamie Gwen. Hi, Chef.
Hey, Keisha. I'm glad to be with you. Thank you for having me. Yes, let's save some money, shall we?
Let's. How can we get started? What are some of the quick tips that you can give our viewers about how to pinch a penny when they're going grocery store shopping?
You got it, because grocery prices are still on the rise, but March is National Frozen Food Month, and the latest research from the National Frozen and Refrigerated Foods Association shows that we are, as Americans, approaching meal planning differently and better, by the way. 83% of consumers are using frozen foods to save money, to make meal planning easier. We're becoming more strategic shoppers. And in a time where we're watching our budget and we're looking for convenience, this is a fundamental change. If you think about your freezer as a critical tool rather than just storage, right? So March is National Frozen Food Month, as I mentioned, and the values are fabulous, right? Deep discounts from the vendors and the grocers. The frozen food aisle, mind you, has come a long way. It is not just compartmentalized meals, although those are even more delicious now. You can find ingredients picked at the peak of freshness, like fresh berries or prepped vegetables that are quick flash frozen, so they retain all their nutrients, their vitamins, their minerals, and use them to make fabulous meals. But you're saving time in the process, and really importantly, you're saving money.
That could be so useful, not just for, the everyday consumer, husband and wife, but for the entire family. When you have a bigger family, sometimes that's when your money is really getting stretched. But having these type of tips that you can get, straight from the freezer aisle is really useful.
Very useful. And I agree with you. I mean, we're all looking to cost save no matter how big your family or how small. There's also a convenience factor to it. Like, you get home from work late, or I got home from a business trip. Oh no, what's for dinner, right? The freezer can be your best friend. The frozen stir-fried vegetables, prepped and cut for me. Feed a crowd or feed just me an Asian-inspired bowl, right? Think about the specific staples, I should call them, that your family loves, right? I have a kiddo. My 5-year-old loves a waffle. I never met anybody that didn't really love a waffle. And in the morning, I make them chefy, right? I do blueberry infused maple syrup. But at night, if I want my kid to eat, I know he loves a waffle, I make it savory. I do shredded barbecue chicken in it, and I call it a waffle taco. And he eats it up. In the frozen food section, which I believe was probably made for frozen dumplings, my favorite, I buy up the dumplings because I pan fry them and we use them as finger food. But then I put them into a pot of chicken broth, and I add like the last few, half a zucchini from my produce bin, or shredded carrots or chopped scallions, and I have this hearty 5-minute soup. My freezer helped me out, essentially. I mean, there are wonderful ways to use it up. Frozen cauliflower rice, and I mean, all the good stuff. You can also eat ethnically. You can find an Indian curry that has 37 ingredients that I might not have the time to make you this week. You can find healthful, vegetarian, gluten-free. It's all in the frozen food aisle.
Oh my goodness. And you make it seem easy, but you are the chef. The rest of us aren't that talented. But so give us your best tip for those who, may struggle a little in the kitchen, but they could really get something good and hearty from the freezer section.
Well, you flatter me. Thank you. But I'm very proud to be able to, and humbled to be able to share my passion. So there is a wealth of knowledge at easyhomemeals.com, where a bevy of my recipes are posted, and they proudly use those recipes frozen food. You will find creative inspiration. You can even walk through the frozen food aisle during the month of March, where again, you're going to save so much money stocking up, because it's National Frozen Food Month, and you might find something that piques your interest, or try something new, and then take that inspiration to utilize your best family loved ingredients in multiple ways. And it can be super simple, like crispy shrimp. By the way, everything in the freezer section that's crispy is best re-crisped in your air fryer. They are delicious just as is. But then if you put them into a big leaf of lettuce and throw some shredded carrot and put out some spicy mayo, it's 4 ingredients, but you have a really fabulous lettuce wrap, and it can be super simple. So take the time to peruse your frozen food aisle, stock up, take advantage of the discounts, and then go to easyhomemeals.com and find inspiration. There's also, by the way, $10,000 in prizes to win, Keisha, and I am not eligible, so I hope you win.
Well, thank you. Thanks for the tip. And thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having me, and happy March.
Absolutely. All right, guys, those are some incredible tips. Take the opportunity to go to the website and learn more. And thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Focus Atlanta. I hope to see you next Sunday here on WUPA.